It was supposed to be a scientific mission across the Antarctic, but it turned into a mission to survive. Trapped in the middle of the Weddell Sea, with no hope of rescue, 28 men must endure the weather of the brutal Antarctic. Against all odds, time and time again, the men face and survive the perils of the Antarctic. Imprisoned by the steadfast ice of the Antarctic, the men frantically chip away ice in order to relieve pressure and save endurance. But they soon realize their efforts are futile, and Shackleton gives the difficult order to abandon the ship. Unable to bring any personal items except their journals, the men give up everything in order to survive. Traveling across the ice floes proves treacherous. The floe unexpectedly rose to a swell and cracked. Brickinson falls in. The men scramble to get him out of the freezing waters of the Weddell Sea. But despite their efforts, Brickinson suffers a heart attack. However, determination to survive allows him to do just that. Another miracle from the Endurance crew. On March 9th, 1915, Shackleton decides the floes are much too dangerous to go on living on them, and gives the order to launch the boats. After days at sea, blown off course by unfavorable winds, the men find refuge on Elephant Island. After a little more than a week, Shackleton decides the only chance they ever have of getting home to their families is to take the puny, yet most seaworthy of their 3 whaling boats, the Card, through the treacherous Drake Passage to South Georgia Island. The men spend days preparing the Card for its 800-mile journey. 5 men leave on the Card, and 23 men remain on the island. Months of tedious waiting ensue. On the island, the men live a monotonous, miserable life. Each day they deal with boredom and tend to the notable medical needs of 2 men, Blackborough and Hudson. Bedridden Hudson must endure a painful abscess, while Blackborough, a poor stowaway who was only looking for an adventure, contracts gangrene, and he must be operated on immediately. In the brutal weather of Elephant Island, McElroy, the first surgeon, operates, and miraculously, Blackborough survives. On the Card, Shackleton, Worsley, and crew must endure and overcome the 100-foot waves of the Drake Passage. Unbelievably, the small boat makes it to its destination, but cannot reach the harbor. 3 men must be sent over the perilous mountains of South Georgia to reach civilization. Realizing the improbability of making it over the mountains, Shackleton becomes determined to be the first to do so, in order to bring his men home safe. Will determination alone get the men over the mountains, or will their luck end here and make their efforts pointless? Will the 23 men on Elephant Island ever be rescued, or will they be left to freeze to death?